Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So for today, we're going to discuss about managing knowledge. No? So knowledge management and collaboration system are two of the most rapidly expanding areas of corporate and government software investment. The last decade has seen an explosion in knowledge and knowledge management research in the domains of economics, management, and information systems. So collaboration systems, as covered in the previous discussion, no, include internet-based collaboration environments such as Google Sites and IBM Lotus Notes, social networking, email, and instant messaging, virtual meeting systems, no, wikis, and virtual worlds. So in this module, no, we will our presenter will concentrate on knowledge management system, keeping in mind that communicating and sharing knowledge is becoming increasingly vital. So we live in an information economy and where the production and distribution of information and knowledge is the primary source of income and prosperity. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead, sir.
Go ka na dito. Kaya nga dito ako nag-open.
Afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, Katsky. Audible po ba ako?
Yes po.
Okay na po ba, sir, yung ano? Okay na po ba yung na-share na screen po?
Nakikita naman.
Okay po. Again, good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, Katsky. I'm reporting chapter 11, which is managing intelligent information. So, one of the vital sources of the organization is knowledge and information. It's imperative due to the digital technology. What are the knowledge and information that we need be able to be enable for us to be this of the new technology for us to use the efficiently the knowledge that we are having in our organization. Thus, is very important. First one is landscape of knowledge management. So, one of the areas of corporate and governmental software investment that is fast expanding is knowledge and management and collaboration system. Collaboration and knowledge management are strongly intertwined. Now we live in an information wherein the information economy wherein creation and dissemination of knowledge and information is primary source of income and prosperity. Companies' ability to develop and manage knowledge is a big component of its value. Knowledge management has emerged as the key and businesses. During the COVID pandemic, both the public sector and the private sector develop their system, enable for us to adapt sa new normal. So basically, yung mga information, yung mga knowledge na nasa sa government and nasa buti na corporate, dinigitize po siya para po mahatid pa rin po yung mga services or yung pong mga needs ng mga client or customer. So that's why nowadays napaka fast po yung pong paglago ng pong knowledge, yung software pertaining to the knowledge management and also sa collaboration. So yung pong knowledge management and collaboration are strongly intertwined. So meaning interconnected po yung dalawa. So knowledge without application is nothing. So we need to share the knowledge equal for us to apply the knowledge that we have. So in the field of we live in the economy wherein the creation and dissemination knowledge information primary source of income and prosperity. For example, a single group, the labor force, knowledge and information workers make up an estimated of 37% of the workforce in the United States. The knowledge and information sectors sectors produce about 45% of the United States sales gross domestic product. So ganun kalaki yung cover ng knowledge management pagdating sa panahon natin ngayon or sa ating economy. So sa United States, napakalaki ng percentage na kung saan ang knowledge management ay nagko-contribute sa kanilang GDP. And as managers, uh, we need to become aware that the company ability to develop and manage knowledge is a key component of its values, and knowledge management has emerged as the theme of many global business. According to studies, significant portion of company stock market is tied to its intangible asset, of which knowledge is crucial aspect along with the brand's reputation and distinctive business processes. Although the effects of knowledge-based investments are challenging to quantify, well-executed knowledge-based projects have been known to generate significant returns on investment. So, accordingly, as yung mga asset ng isang company ay nakatie up sa knowledge management, and even though mahirap isukatin or i-measure yung kung return na yun na ipapalik ng mga knowledge management sa isang organization, but it is team na napakalaki ng contribution nito pagdating sa isang organization, particularly to generate income and to deliver the services they need to deliver to their customer client. Important knowledge dimension. So important dimension of knowledge are the following. First is knowledge is a firm asset. Second is knowledge has different forms. Third one is knowledge has a location. And fourth one is knowledge is situational. So knowledge as a firm asset, it is an intangible asset, meaning hindi siya nakahawakan. So kaya siya sinabi na intangible asset, and kaya siya sinabing intangible asset, dapat siya ay controlled by an organization and useful sa isang organization to generate income para magkaroon ng return ng isang organization. Knowledge is not subject to the law of diminishing returns as the physical asset, but instead experience network effects as its value increases as more people share it. So yung law of diminishing returns sa economics, yun yung habang ginagamit mo siya ay parang yung want mo, yung kagustuhan mo doon sa isang bagay na yun na ginagamit mo ay bumababa habang ginagamit mo siya. Pero pagka knowledge, habang ginagamit mo siya, lalo pa siyang nag-appreciate, lalo pa siyang nag-increase, kasi the more the people that are using the knowledge, the more na mas marami pang mga information or knowledge na dadagdag dun sa body of knowledge na na-create. And knowledge has different forms. Knowledge can be either tacit or explicit. Tacit meaning meron po siyang document, and explicit it is undocumented. Knowledge involves know-how, craft, and skill. Knowledge also involves knowing how to follow procedures. So yun po yung may mga memos or yung may mga circulars or may mga policies na ini-issue sa isang company or isang organization. Knowledge involves knowing why, not simply when things happen. Causality. Knowledge has a location. Knowledge is a cognitive event involving mental models and maps of individuals. There is a both social and an individual basis of knowledge. Knowledge is sticky, hard to move, situated, and contextual in certain situation. So, cognitive meaning innate, yung kung brain function ng ating brain is to share information or knowledge na nag-gather natin either through studies or through our experience. So knowledge is situational. Knowledge is conditional. Knowing when to apply a procedure an important important knowing the procedure. So yung knowledge, magagamit natin siya sa mga different situation. So if we have a knowledge about on things on how to do that, we can use the knowledge that we have and able for us to execute or to accomplish the things that we need. Next, important knowledge that I mentioned. So organizational learning and knowledge management. Organizational learning is a process of adjusting the behavior of an organization to reflect the learning by creating a new business and changing the patterns of management. And the other one is knowledge management refers to the set of business processes developed in an organization to create, store, transfer, and apply knowledge. Knowledge management raises the ability of the organization to learn from its environment and to incorporate knowledge into business processes. So the difference between information and knowledge. So according to the knowledge management value chain, there are several procedure in order to create, preserve, and transfer and utilize the information inside an organization. A series of business processes known as knowledge management were developed. Knowledge management improves an organization's capacity to absorb information from its surroundings and apply it to its operational procedure. The knowledge management value chain, 5 value-adding processes are shown in this figure. For clarity, raw data and information gain value at each stage of the value chain as they are converted into usable knowledge. Information system activities are separated from associated or organizational and management operations in this figure, with information system activities on top and management and organizational activities below. Effective knowledge management is 80% administrative and 20% organizational, 20% technological, according to the catchphrase used in this area. So the collection of organizational management capital that is necessary to reap the benefits of investment in information technology is what we refer to when we talk about business practices, culture, and behavior. To maximize the return on investment in knowledge management projects, supporting values, processes, and behavioral patterns must be established, much like with other investment in information system. In this figure, it depicts that the organizational capital investment needed to achieve significant return on the information technology investment and system, as shown on the top half of the diagram, and the management and organizational activities in the lower half of the diagram represent this capital investment. So, what are the part of the value chain? First is the knowledge acquisition. Depending on the kind of knowledge an organization seeks, they might obtain it in a variety of methods. Building corporate repositories and documents, reports, presentation, and best practices was the goal of the first knowledge management. So here, we talk about on how an organization gather documents and store it dun sa corporate repository. So next is knowledge storage. So document patterns and expert rules must be saved after they are found so that staff members can access and use them later. Usually, knowledge storage entails building of database. Large databases with the capacity to store collections of documents are document management system, which digitize, index, and tag documents in accordance with the logical framework. Expert systems aid business in maintaining acquired knowledge by integrating it into organizational procedure and culture. So here, management must encourage the creation of the corporate-wide schemes for indexing documents, support the development of land knowledge storage systems, and recognize and reward employees who take time to update and preserve information effectively. For instance, it would encourage salespeople to add prospect names to a shared corporate database so that salespeople may recognize each one and check the knowledge that has been accumulated about them. So in data storage, uh, it is building of database. So meaning meron po tayong record na kinikip pertaining dun sa mga transactions na ginagawa sa isang company. Particularly dun po sa mga information or yung data na maaaring gamitin natin later on. For example po yung pong mga name ng mga client or yung pong mga supplier na pwede po nating kontakin if in case na kailangan po natin. So, nilalagay lang po siya sa isang database para mas madali po siyang malocate and madali din po siyang magamit. So, of course, knowledge dissemination is important. A variety of collaboration tools for sharing calendars, documents, data, and graphics have been expanded thanks to the development of portals, email, instant messaging, wikis, social business tools, and search engine. So, on our own company, meron po kami mga ginagamit po namin yung mga G Drive application enable for us to share documents or data to other employees na we think magagamit po nila para mas maging efficient yung kanilang work. Maging efficient po sa kanila sa kanilang mga work. So, through the use of this email, instant messaging, social business tools, and search engines, mas napapadali po yung mga trabaho, mas nagiging mas productive po yung pong mga employee because of these collaboration tools. Then next, knowledge application. Regardless of the knowledge management system in question, knowledge that is not shared and applied in the real world issues that managers and business face does not provide value to the company. So dito binabanggit lang na yung mga information or yung mga knowledge management system na hindi nagagamit o hindi na-apply o hindi na share ay walang value sa company. Of course, kung meron kang knowledge pero hindi mo naman siya nagagamit. So ano yung advantage nun or ano yung use nun para sa sayo. Ganoon din sa company. So dapat yung kung application ng mga knowledge ay na-share and then at the same time nagagamit sa isang organization. Organizational knowledge must be integrated into system for decision support and become a systematic component of management decision making in order to yield return on investment. So, ginagamit po yung mga knowledge management enable for the company to yield return on investment. So, instead of using yung pong old way to gather and to analyze and to apply data because of the knowledge management system, mas madali na po siya and then dahil mas efficient po siya, mas makaka-yield po siya ng more return pagdating sa company. The business process and critical application systems of a company such as enterprise application for critical internal business processes and connection with clients and suppliers must ultimately include new knowledge. Management aids with this process by developing new business strategy, goods and services, and markets for the company based on fresh information. For example, before manual yung pag-process ng mga accounts payable namin based on our suppliers. However, nung nag-innovate and nag-introduce ako ng isang knowledge application, mas napadali yung paggagawa ng work, and then mas ano pa siya, cost effective pa siya because the time that one employee will be spending going to one office to another ay ma-avoid na because pwede na po siyang gawin at the comfort of their respective area. So knowledge, last one is building organization and management capital, collaboration, communities of practice, and office environment. So in addition to the actions we've just discussed, managers can aid in knowledge acquisition by creating new organizational roles and responsibilities such as chief knowledge officer, executive positions, knowledge manager, staff position, and communities of practice. Or in communities of practice are unofficial or social networks of experts and workers from within and outside the company who share similar interests and activities. So, building organizational management, it means that pwede po din natin silang i-share dun sa mga organization na halos kaparehas din po natin ng industry, or yung pwedeng po magagamit din po natin to collaborate and mas ma-improve pa yung mga knowledge management na meron tayo sa ating company or organization. So, pwede rin po mag-create ng mga ng position na ang kanyang main function or duties and responsibilities is about this knowledge management. Because as I mentioned a while ago, it is very important for a organization or company to develop the knowledge management and to use the knowledge management enabled for them to become efficient. So next is major types of knowledge management system. So major types of knowledge management systems are enterprise-wide knowledge management systems, knowledge work systems, and intelligent techniques. So in enterprise-wide knowledge management systems, is manage or organize structure and semi-structured or unstructured data information of the organization. It is equipped to aid businesses make better business decisions and capture, store, retrieve, distribute, and preserve knowledge. Then third one, users can connect via email, chat, instant messaging, discussion groups, and video conferencing, as well as access external information sources like news feeds and research. The last one is leading suppliers of enterprise content management includes Oracle, Oracle Corporation, IBM, Open Text Corporation, and EMC. Enterprise knowledge management system or knowledge work are systems for managing knowledge throughout the entire organization are used to gather, store, and disseminate the use of digital content and knowledge. These systems have the ability to locate employee expertise inside the company, search for information, and store both structured and unstructured data. They also comprise supporting technologies like learning management system, search engines, portals, and tools for collaboration. Information work system like computer aid design or CAD, visualization, simulation, and virtual reality systems have been developed as a result of the development of potent network workstations and software to aid engineers and scientists in the discovery of new knowledge. Systems specifically designed for engineers, scientists, and other knowledge workers that are tasked with generating knowledge, new knowledge for business, as known as knowledge work system. System for knowledge networks. Knowledge network systems address the problem that arises when the appropriate knowledge is not in the form of digital document, but instead resides in the memory of individual expert in the firm. So as I mentioned a while ago, meron pong undocumented or yung tacit or yung pong two kinds of knowledge. So yung pong undocumented, yung nandun lang po sa mind ng ginagamit po itong systems for knowledge network. Knowledge network systems provide an online directory of the corporate experts and their profiles with details about their job, experience, projects, publication, and educational degrees. Next one is social tools, learning management system. So, social bookmarking enables users to add their bookmarks to websites on a public website and tag these bookmarks with keywords, making it simpler to search for and share information for knowledge resource outside the company. And also, learning management is a learning management system provides tools for the management, delivery, tracking, and assessment of various types of employee learning trainings. So, using bookmarking, pwede po nating or using the tagging, mas madali pong mahanap yung mga knowledge na kailangan po natin using the tag. Pwede lang po nating pag-type lang po tayo ng certain word na referring kung ano po yung hinahanap natin, mas madali na po natin siyang mahanap using the tagging and as well as the bookmarking. So, learning management system provides tools for management, delivery, tracking, and assessment of various types of employee learning training. Next is the knowledge work systems. The enterprise-wide knowledge systems we have just described provide a wide range of capabilities that can be used by many, if not all, the workers and groups in an organization. Firms also have specialized systems for knowledge workers to help them create new knowledge and ensure that this knowledge is properly integrated into the business. So, meron daw po mga specialized systems pertaining sa knowledge na pwedeng gamitin and able to ensure that the knowledge is properly integrated sa business. Then, next one is skilled workers and skilled work. Researchers, designers, architects, scientists, and engineers are the examples of knowledge workers, and they are largely responsible for the organization. Knowledge workers frequently get routine requests to use independent judgment as part of their job, as well as educated and belong to the professional organization. So, yung mga skilled workers or skilled work, sila yung may mga knowledge na maaaring makapag-decide o makapag-judge pertaining to a specific job. So, there are crucial tasks that knowledge workers carry out. First one is keeping the organization informed about the changes in technology, science, social, philosophy, and the arts as they occur outside of the institution. Second is serving as internal consultants with reference to their areas of expertise, current events, and opportunities. Third one is serving as a change agent and assessing, launching, and promoting change initiative. So, dun yung mga crucial task nila like yung innovate or pag-introduce ng mga bagong bagong knowledge information or knowledge system na pwedeng magamit ng company, and they are also serving as a consultant expert pertaining to the current events and opportunities, and they are also the one the keeping the organization informed about the new technology and science and social philosophy that occur outside the institutions. Work system knowledge requirements. Office technologies such as word processors, voicemail, email, video conferencing, and scheduling programs are used by majority of knowledge workers and intended to boost to boost workplace efficiency. Knowledge workers, however, also need highly specialized knowledge work system with strong visual analytical tools, communication, and document management capabilities. So based on this figure, requirements of knowledge work system, external knowledge base are being inputted or converted to a software enable for the user to have an interface or to have a visualization or simulation of that knowledge system. First one is knowledge work system is CAD or the computer aided design. Computer aided design. This is a computer software that automates the creation and revision of designs using computers and sophisticated graphic softwares. Usually, ang gumagamit po nito ay mga engineer and architect. So, using this computer-aided design, yung pong ginawa nilang manual design, pwede po nilang gamitin yung program na to, software na to, para mas ma-polish and then mas makita kung ano po yung mga areas na dapat pa po nilang baguhin based dun sa ginawa ng nilang design manually. And the other one is the financial workstations. So, specialized investment workstations that leverage the knowledge and time of its broker, traders, and portfolio managers to provide the one-stop information faster with a few errors, streamline the entire investment process from stock selection up to the updating of client record. So, yung pong mga financial workstations, ito po yung mga nagpo-provide ng mga information sa mga trader, sa mga broker, sa mga nag-iinvest sa stock para mas madali po nilang ma-determine kung ano po yung stock na mas appropriate dun sa kanilang pangangailangan or based dun sa kanilang gusto. Next one is virtual reality. So these are systems which are capable of much more advanced visualization, rendering, and simulation than traditional CAD systems. They produce computer-generated simulations using interactive graphics software that are so convincing to consumers that they almost think that they are taking part in a real-world scenario. So virtual reality, yung kung napanood nyo na po yung movie ni Iron Man na pagka nagke-create po siya nung kanyang armor. So ginagamitan niya ng virtual reality. Nakikita niya kung ano yung pinakang itsura nung kanyang by only using yung hands niya. Meron siyang nakikita na design. Meron lang nakasunod sa kanya or visually nakikita niya talaga yung design. Ito yung virtual reality. Yung parang totoo na po talaga na nakikita niya yung kung ano man yung ginagawa niyang projects. So to summary, knowledge work system to summarize some knowledge work systems examples. So knowledge work system are CAD or CAM, computer aided manufacturing, which provides engineers, designers, and factory managers with precise control over industrial design and manufacturing. Second one is virtual reality, which provides drug designers, architects, engineers, and medical workers with precise photorealistic simulations of objects, and investment workstation, which have a high-end PCs used in the financial sector to analyze trading simulation instantaneously and facilitate portfolio management. So next one is intelligent techniques. Various intelligence strategies provided by artificial intelligence and database technology to collect individual and group information and expand their knowledge base. So capturing knowledge expert system. An intelligent method for capturing tacit knowledge in a very narrow and constrained area of human skill is to use expert systems. These systems store the knowledge of knowledgeable workers as a set of rules in the company system that other employees inside the company can use. The expert system set of rules increase the firm's memory on stored learning. So when it comes to the capturing knowledge, merong mga processes na repetitive or paulit-ulit lang. So yung capturing yung rule kung paano nag-a-arrive dun sa result or sa output na magagamit ng company ay pwede na lang gawin dito sa intelligent method expert system na ito. Para hindi na po siya paulit-ulit na gagawin. The work of expert systems. It is a computer processable model or representation of human knowledge is required. Expert systems represent human knowledge as a body of rules known as knowledge base. Depending on how difficult the problem is, expert systems may have 200 or even thousands of these rules compared to the conventional software programs. These rules are far more interwoven and nested. So, meron pong two types, yung forward chain tsaka yung backward chain. So, dito sa work system, ito yung if-then rule. So, usually, pagka may pinaprocess tayo sa ating organization or yung may mga experience na nagpo-process ng mga documents na nagseset tayo ng rules. For example, yung pag-compute halimbawa ng tax. Sa government, meron po tayong mga tax bracket. So, yung rule na yun na kung hindi siya pumapasok dun sa bracket na yun, dun siya popol sa ibang bracket wherein basta ilalagay mo lang po siya dun sa program na yun. So, kaya po siya nested kasi it is comprises of several program or rule enable for us or dun sa user to get the information and to decide pertaining to dun sa work na ginagawa ng isang nagpa-process. So forward chaining involves the inference engine starting with the data that the user has input in search engine. For example, if INC is greater than $100, then life insurance. So next, if life insurance, send sales representative. So meaning kung ang salary is more than 100,000, mapapadala ng life insurance. Kung aalukin ng life insurance, kung aalukin ng life insurance, kailangan magpadala ng sales representative. Then if the sales representative or the financial advisors then search the database. So pwedeng tingnan sa database kung napadala na siya ng representative or financial advisor. So yun po yung mga example ng forward chaining. So pagdating naman dun sa backward chaining, pag is a method of searching the rule base where the user is questioned about a set of facts up front to test the hypothesis before the hypothesis is either verified or refuted. So dito nakalagay dito if the sales representative or financial advisor, magpapadala po siya ng offer. So meaning kung hindi siya pa napapadalhan ng sales representative or financial advisor, hindi na po siya magpo-proceed. Next is organizational intelligence, case-based reasoning. So this can be used to record and store this organizational knowledge. It involves storing descriptions of previous experience of human experts as cases in the database for lateral retrieval when the user comes across a new case with set of related criteria. Systems operate by putting set of if, then, and else rule. So based on this example, how case-based reasoning works. Number 1, user describes the problem. Next is system search database for similar cases. Kung meron na siyang similar cases, magse-search siya dun sa database. Kung wala siya, magpo-proceed siya dun sa system, ask user additional question to narrow down the research. Then, babalik ulit siya dun sa case database. Kung meron, based dun sa narrowed search, ay meron siyang kaparehas na case, then babalik ulit siya dun sa system as users. Then going back to the system finds closest fit and retrieve solution. Then yung solution, titingnan niya kung meron na siyang similar solution based dun sa case database. Kung meron, ipo-provide niya. Kung wala, so magde-develop siya. And next is the system modifies the solution to better fit the problem. So meron pong system generated solution na ipoprovide sa system. Then if it is successful, pagka yes, system stores problem successful solution in the database. Papunta ulit po siya dun sa case database. If no, babalik po siya ulit dun sa system modifies the solution to provide better solution for the problem. So yun po nag-work yung organizational intelligence case-based reasoning. Next is fuzzy logic system. Fuzzy logic system is a rule-based technology that can represent such impression by creating rules that are used approximate or subjective values. It can describe a particular phenomenon or process linguistically and then represent the description in a small number of flexible rules. Organization can use fuzzy logic to create software system that capture tacit knowledge where there is linguistic ambiguity. So, yung fuzzy logic system, usually ginagamit yung mga technology na gumagamit to. For example, dun sa aircon. So, yung air conditioning unit, pagka mainit sa labas or yung depende sa weather outside and sa humidity outside, mag-a-adjust siya accordingly. Yung po yung mga system na ginagamitan nitong fuzzy logic system. So, meaning, wala siyang definite na rule because pwedeng yung rule ay encompassing dun sa isang pang rule. So depende dun sa kaya po subjective, ibig sabihin depende kung anong ilalagay yung rule if they enable for that system to be used. Then next one is the machine learning. So, study of how computer programs can improve their performance without explicit programming. So, ito po yung mga machine learning. So, meaning yung machine nag-learn pa siya. So, imagine kung yung people nag-learn and then yung machine na ginawa nag-learn. So, ibig sabihin, mas useful siya sa isang organization because as they use the machine, they can provide for example, yung movie na yung robot yung nagpo-provide ng healthcare service. So, yun tinatanong niya kung ano yung condition ng katawan or kaya pag nalaman niya na yung heart rate nagaano, so nagpo-provide siya ng mga possible reason and possible solution enable for that person ay bumuti yung pakiramdam niya. So, yun yung machine learning. And neural networks. Neural networks to solve difficult, poorly understood situation for for which a lot of data has been gathered. Next is mimic the processing patterns of biological or human brain. And third is learn patterns from massive amount of data by sorting through data, looking for links, creating models, and repeatedly fixing the mistakes made by the model itself. So neural networks, kung paano nagpapunction yung human brain, ito yung nakalagay dito sa neural networks. So usually merong mga yung parang katulad yan yung sa fuzzy logic. So subjective siya. So meaning kung ano yung mga information na mga rules na kailangan from the pattern data to construct a hidden layer of logic. Then the hidden layer then process the inputs, classifying them based on the experience of the model. So yun po yung gumagamit ng neural networks to provide the results. Next one is genetic algorithm. So by analyzing a very large number of potential solutions to a given problem, genetic algorithms are beneficial for determining the best option. They are based on evolutionary bio-inspired methods like inheritance, mutation, selection, and crossover recombination. So genetic algorithm, so yung pong based on the large number of potential solutions, the algorithm will provide the most beneficial and to provide the best solution for the given problem. So based on the algorithm, kung ano po yung usual na nagiging solution, particularly for specific problem, yun po yung ginagamitan ng genetic algorithm. Next is intelligent agents. Intelligence agents are computer programs that carry out specialized activities for a single user, business process, or software application without any direct human involvement. So there are computer programs that for example po yung pong sa mga line industry wherein computer programs are being are applied. So yun po yung ginagamitan ng mga intelligent agents na to process and to apply without any human involvement. So next and the last one is the artificial intelligence hybrid system. Combination of the best aspects of various technologies, genetic algorithm, fuzzy logic, neural networks, and expert systems can be used in a single application, which is called as artificial intelligence hybrid system. That's all.
Okay, so knowledge management, of course, as our presenter discussed, is a set of processes used in an organization to create, store, and transfer the utilized knowledge. So much of the organization's value is determined by its ability to create and manage management. So knowledge management fosters organizational leading by improving the organization's ability to learn from its surroundings and apply knowledge into its business processes. So enterprise-wide knowledge management, knowledge work system, and intelligent approaches are the three major types of knowledge management system. Knowledge work system facilitate the generation of new knowledge and its incorporation into organization. So it necessitates simple access to an external knowledge base and storing computer hardware capable of supporting software with heavy graphics, analysis, document management, and communication capabilities, and an intuitive user interface. So graphics and strong modeling capabilities are required to be for computer-aided design systems, augmented reality apps, and virtual reality systems, which produce interactive simulations that behave in the actual world. So knowledge work systems for financial professional process provide access to other databases as well as the capacity to quickly evaluate vast amounts of financial data. So right now, no, as our presenter, of course, discussed the AI, because artificial intelligence lacks human intelligence flexibility, no breadth and generability, but it can use to capture, codify and extend organizational knowledge. So expert system extract tacit information from a narrow domain of human skills and represent it as a rules. So expert system are especially useful for categorization and diagnosis difficulties. We have, of course, case-based reasoning projects. Case-based reasoning depicts organizational knowledge as a database of example that may be developed and enhanced on an ongoing basis. We have also what we call fuzzy logic. This will be the software technology that use approximate or subjective values to express information in the form of rules. So fuzzy logic has utilized to regulate physical devices and now is now being employed for restricted decision-making application. Another, of course, is that we have neural networks, genetic algorithms, and intelligence system. So the intelligence system agents, or intelligent agents, are software programs that or software that have pre-programmed or learn knowledge base, that perform particular repetitive and predictable tasks for a single user. Business process software application. So intelligent agents are can be programmed to search through enormous volumes of data for relevant information and in some situation to act that information on the user's behalf. So I think that's it for this module. Thank you, presenter. So may I request the next presenter to please